Well, actually, let's have a part 2. As the title says, this is in conjunction to the video before, in regard to Donald Trump and the government shutdown. Because I was just reading some more articles. And from finance.yahoo.com. The government shutdown will cost more than Trump's border wall funding, according to experts. We have a literal retard that's president of the United States of America. If there is a God, help us all. Next up, we have an article that says, President Trump says he can relate to federal workers who can't pay their bills. I can't help but smile to that, because when something is so ridiculously stupid, so out of this world retarded, it's just one of those like things that I can't help. It's just wow. And again, I want to make this perfectly clear. I'm not saying this out of any political reasons. I'm not saying this from a person that's okay. I'm not saying this from a person that is neither liberal, Democrat, or Republican, or whatever. I'm saying this from a person that is being from a sound-minded individual, meaning unbiased. The President of the United States of America, otherwise known as Donald J. Trump, is officially considered as being a retard. In saying that Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, is a retard. A fucking retard. A moronic, idiotic, ignoramus of a retard. I can relate to being a ghost in an alternate universe if he relates to federal paycheck to paycheck workers. Yeah, because I don't, just like he doesn't. I cannot believe that anyone listens to this guy, this super affluent individual, saying he can actually relate to federal workers who can't pay their bills. There was never a time in this fucking retard's life that he couldn't pay his bills. He never had to worry about that. That's never been a worry of his, ever. Now me, I started out that way, and then throughout life, now it's not a big deal. It's the least of my problems. But for him, he's never even had to start down at that level. He's never had to experience that type of shit. I mean, blatant lies, blatant bullshit, and people still are for this guy. I cannot believe it. What's wrong with you people? I'm going to quote something that John F. Kennedy said. Let us not seek the Republican answer, or the Democratic answer, but the right answer. Let us not seek to fix the blame for the past. Let us accept our own responsibility for the future. I guess I kind of had a JFK style. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, a liberal or green or whatever the hell. I'm a human being with the intellectual capability to think on my own and go for what's right rather than what's red or blue. Just because Republicans want it doesn't make it right for anyone. Just because Democrats want something doesn't mean that's right either. As the saying goes, just because everyone's doing it doesn't mean it's good or the right thing to do. A good example of this would be the Bird Box Challenge. Essentially, that's what both sides are doing. One side's doing the, hey, let's eat laundry detergent challenge, and then the other side is doing the, Bird Box driving challenge. So, here we have the Republicans eating detergent, and we have the Democrats driving while blindfolded, and the liberals setting themselves on fire. None of those things sound like the right thing to do they? But yet everyone's doing it on the Democratic side, on the Republican side, and on the liberal side. Well, gee, I guess Because you're a Democrat, you have to go and do that now. Because you're a Republican, you got to start eating laundry detergent now. Because you're a liberal, you got to set yourself on fire now. See the logic being applied here? It's the same exact thing intellectually. Sure, it's not as extreme, but just because your party is doing it doesn't mean it's the right thing. You gotta think for your own and notice the toxic qualities of your own party. You gotta break free of this party mindset. Think for your own self. It's not good, it's not the right thing to do to be a biased, one-sided, partisan extremist. You're a part of the divisiveness that is America. I have integrity. Even if I am alone and the only one wanting true good in the world without any bias or party, then so be it. I have dignity and I have integrity. I will not go for one side or the other. Because I know, with all my integrity, that the blue isn't right, the red isn't right, the green isn't right, nothing is right. Not one side or one belief is the correct belief or the way to be. You gotta mix in everything. Kind of like compromising in a relationship. Okay, so you like the Second Amendment? Cool. Does that make you a Republican? No. You can be a liberal. You can be a Democrat as well. Say that you're against abortions and you like the Second Amendment. Then what are you gonna do? Because Democrats are all for anti-abortions, but yet Republicans are all about guns. Okay, well, as someone who doesn't stick to one side, I can be like, hey, I'm going to take the good out of this and the good out of that. Be like, okay, I'm going to be both. I'm going to be my own entity. That's what you should be doing. Because the more that you go on the Republican side, or the Democratic side, or the liberal side, the more you're fucking yourself over and the rest of America, because now you're being held hostage by a Republican because no one can fucking put in everything together. So, good going, America. Keep screwing yourself over because you lack intellectual capabilities to think on your own. Till next time.